Welcome to this unboxing. We are today taking a look at the Cooler Master Silent Pro 80 Plus Gold 1000 watt power supply unit. This box itself is really quite heavy, and just turning over the box we can see that it comes with a 5-year warranty. This particular unit is a modular power supply unit, so that should make cable management much easier. Just to highlight some of the features here, the fan type, we can see that it has a 135mm fan. The mean time before failure is 100,000 hours, so certainly you should get easily 5 years out of this power supply unit, or more, one would hope. Normal operating temperature range is between 0 and 40 degrees. Looking at the connectors here, we've got the motherboard 20 plus 4 pin by 1, and we got CPU 4 plus 4 pin by 2. We've got the PCIe 6 plus 2 pin by 4. We've got PCIe 6 pin by 4. One of those PCIe 6 plus 2 connectors can be extended to a PCIe 6 pin connector. SATA by 9, peripheral 4 pins by 4, and a floppy 4 pin by 1. So that should provide you with more than enough power requirements to meet most systems. Let's see about unboxing it. Let's just open up and see what's inside. First thing we have is we've got the user manual, coolermaster.com business card as well. And that is in quite a nice little sleeve. What else do we have? Well, we've got the power supply unit itself. We can see the fan in there, and we've got all the various connections that we could ever possibly need. So there's a big bunch of them there, and they're all situated in a nice braided cable there. And put that to one side. So the unit itself is really quite heavy. Here on the back we've got our standard switch for turning on the power, and our jug kettle connecting there for our mains. Taking a look at the front of it, you can see some of the specifications. It says on the side that it is a 1000 watt Silent Pro Gold. Again, we've got our Cooler Master logo here on the back, and we've got a big bunch of cables here. So we've got our cable for motherboard and CPUs, and we've got all of our other power cables there as well. And if we just try and move these to the side, just moving the power cables to the side, we can see that we've got all of our connectors there for our PCIe, hard disk, SATA and floppy. Okay, so we've looked at the power supply unit itself, and we've seen that it has a good lot of cables. There's just this part of the box to open up and see what's inside. And we can see that we've got a nice little bag here full of lots of interesting bits and pieces. Let's open it up, and we'll see that we've got our cable for the power. Let's just put that down there, and we've got all of our power cables, all of our modular power cables. So should be a cable there for everything that you may possibly need. Let's just put these out so we can see all the elements in one go. So we got our jug kettle cable, we've got our bundle of cables for our power, and finally we have the power supply unit itself with this big bunch of power supply cables there. So that is what's in the box. So this is the Cooler Master Silent Pro Gold 1000 watt power supply unit. What do we have in the box? We have the user manual that comes in a nice sleeve with business card. We've got the power supply unit itself with all the power cables you could ever want in a nice braided unit. We've got a nice little bag containing all of our modular power cables, and finally we've got our standard jug kettle power cable as well for connecting into the mains.